In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
Do you know the difference between a priest and acne?
Oh, God. He told me this one over the weekend.
Acne waits till you're over 12 to come on your face.
There it is. There it is. Yep.
It's funny because it's
Jesus,
true.
I need a drink.
Me too.
That one sits
Actually.
with you.
Oh, what
Well, we do have that bright and shiny new bottle. And it's,
should we crack this?
fuck yeah, it's not our fault they left town. They've
No,
cracked
but-
bottles on us before.
What I'm trying to figure out is where.
Oh, the rest of them are over on that
Yeah,
shelf.
they
Oh.
y'all decided to
Scott.
get all organized and put them on the
I
take
don't
everything
know.
we
That-
drink
that-
and put it on the other side of the
That
room.
was Scott.
Well, do you need me to,
I wouldn't
you know
call
what?
that organizing.
I'll handle the intro while you get us a bottle. How's that? There you go.
There it is.
So, welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast, the most mediocre show on the fucking internet. We are coming to you not even close to live from
Sunny San Antonio, Texas.
in the.
Warfighter Tobacco Studios.
There we go. We did that backwards, but
Yeah.
fuck it. Who cares?
Oh,
It's not how many times you heard this?
I'm
He
usually
doesn't actually listen to
I
the
know he
show.
doesn't.
I'm usually making sure everything's running. That's true. I've gotten really good at toning y'all out for like an hour and a half.
So, in case you can't tell, I am not Mikey, who usually does the intro. And that was all fucked up because there's nobody fucking here. Everybody's
True.
out of town. Scott's picking up the boy out in
Yeah, in
Cali,
Cali.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mikey is traveling. Dave is traveling.
Dave's seen family up in Nebraska.
So that left John and I here.
So you called in the B team, baby.
So we fuck yeah. Well, C team, B team stars on this show. We don't even have an A team around here.
I was going to say our B team is
our
the
B
A
team's
team.
our B team is the core. And then,
that math adds up. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So anyways, we are brought to you by Warfighter Tobacco.
Yeah,
And you can
sometimes.
depends on the episode. Sometimes
We start sponsored by Warfighter. Depending on how the show goes, depends if we're still
I'm
sponsored.
waiting for them to figure out that we could probably blur the background at certain points in time, so we could just like
I'm-
be like,
I'm
hey,
hoping-
could
hoping they never figure that out because that's a shit ton more work for me.
you just I just need you to blur out
Yeah,
all
we're
the
we're
fucking
going to need to
logos.
distance ourselves from
But if you go over to warfightertobacco.com and use the code, y'all fucking just leave me hanging.
FTFO.
There you go, FTFO.
Actually, this comes out Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
So
Oh, shit.
Black Friday sale's coming up.
It is. Pay
Yes.
attention to emails. Pay attention to our social media.
Well, go ahead, plug. You're from
Yeah.
a fucking company. I don't fucking work for you.
We're-
You plug
we're-
your own shit.
We're not letting the cat out of the bag yet.
Yeah.
So,
But I will tell you,
okay, so what we can do though is we can say if you are not on like the newsletter or following the social media and stuff
You
for
need to go do it.
Warfighter,
Yes.
this is coming out on Tuesday, November 23rd.
Yes.
So
Wednesday, November 24th, our Black Friday sale goes live. It
So
runs-
if you were listening to this and you do not follow Warfighter and you are interested in cool swag or cigars, go follow their social media or get on their newsletter or however you prefer to receive your information.
Yeah.
Because apparently
we're
look,
running, it's our largest
these are
sale
some of
the
my
year.
best friends in the world, and I have no fucking idea what's going on with the sale. So
Largest sale of the year.
Yes.
We're going to be running a 30% off sale. So for everyone that likes the ashtrays we're using or the cigars that we're smoking or the Pelican Rut cases or whatever it was that you were looking at and you're like, oh man, that's expensive. I don't know if I can afford that. Oh, it's 30% off for Black Friday. You get
Yep.
4 days for the sale.
shit, I might actually get an ashtray now.
We just don't know what the code is. So I
Oh,
can't
there
tell
you
you.
But if you need to order right fucking now,
Yes.
or if you missed the Black Friday sale,
Yes.
you can use FTFO and you'll get 15% off your order. And I'm pretty sure it's still good on everything, right?
Yeah.
It was just like vaccine, I think, is the only thing that was ever deleted from.
If
The
we do like a
promo.
small batch run of something,
Those are deleted because there's not enough of them.
exactly. And
Yeah.
usually by the
Yeah.
time somebody listens to the podcast,
They're gone anyways.
They're gone.
Because I think
So,
vaccine was gone in like,
a day.
yeah, I mean, it was like 24 hours.
Yeah.
They were gone. And if cigars aren't your thing, no harm, no foul. I mean, whatever.
We got
I
cool
guess.
swag.
They have cool swag, but maybe you need some CBD. Maybe you have a little bit of some aches, some pains.
You know what? After this weekend, my back hurts like a motherfucker.
fuck pain patch, dude.
Goddamn right. About to throw that bitch on.
Go check out owellness.us because they are purveyors of fine THC-free full spectrum CBD.
That's a lot.
Well, I fucking
That was so
I
many
can't believe I
words.
got all that out. Actually, but no, but seriously, they have like a roll on. They have pain patches. They've got tinctures. They've got
Freeze gel.
freeze gels. Like, I've used it. I am not a doctor, even though apparently on the internet, all you really have to do is just declare things now. Anyways,
No, it's
Oh,
a,
100%. It's the rule of the internet.
can vouch for the fact that it works and it works quickly.
it really that freeze gel. It's like instant.
Yeah.
Like you roll it
So
on and you're
good.
like, oh,
Yeah. You know what it is? It works the way you think Icy Hot's gonna work. Except for Icy Hot doesn't do fuck all. Except for it gets really cold
It
and
is-
then it gets uncomfortably itchy
and it smells weird.
and it smells weird. This does what you think Icy Hot's actually going to do.
That should be O Wellness's slogan
Right.
for the freeze gel.
Yeah,
what
what
you
Icy
wish
Hot
Icy
should-
Hot was.
It fucking works, man. It does. I haven't done the tinctures or anything, so I can't speak to that. I've used all the topical stuff. The
Yeah.
topical stuff is awesome.
I've actually never used CBD
Do you know why I
like
can't
the
do?
under the tongue.
You know why I can't do the tinctures?
What's that?
And this is nothing against wellness. Their shit. I use their stuff, so it's nothing against it. I personally, I think THC tincture or not CBD tinctures taste like dirt.
Yeah.
They taste like dirt to me, and I can't do it. And I can't. We're just gonna put it in something. Yeah, but then I have
No,
like
these
then I have coffee that tastes like dirt, or I
But-
have tea that tastes like
the
dirt. Like, it
wellness
doesn't-
ones actually taste good.
Oh, do they?
The tinctures.
I haven't
do.
used their tinctures.
And it's funny because like I remember before I got the first stuff that I got from O Wellness, we were at the TPE show, Tobacco Plus Expo
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Vegas, and they do a lot of CBD stuff in
those
that
are
show. A little bit, the majority. But I remember Scott and I were walking around and we were, taking samples and stuff like that. And I'm like, these all taste like
Dirt.
They're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like they're horrible.
It tastes like
And
dirt.
then O Wellness is like, yeah, we got tinctures also. They're in the package. We'll send them out. And I tried them, and I'm like, huh, okay. Like
Well, that's good. to know.
I could actually do this. Like one's lemon, one's mint. I think of the ones that I've tried. Both of them are really good.
See, I think I could. If the lemon one's not bad, I'd throw that in like my sweet tea.
I'm gonna have to put an order in because I've never tried it. I've never
So
tried
the
any
cool thing
kind
about
of CBD
tinctures is you
tinctures.
can if you just want to get it over with, you can take it and just shoot it under the tongue.
Yeah.
You can also take it and like put it in your tea or
Yeah.
whatever, and it doesn't dilute it. It doesn't make it less powerful or whatever. It's just a
It's just an additive essentially. Just something else.
yeah.
in there.
Think of it like if you were to go any of those places that you can be like, you want a protein shot in your milkshake or whatever. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah, they
basic
just add-
idea. Like
right.
you're just adding it into whatever you're fucking drinking.
I'll
So.
just drop it in my daily monster. That zeroes it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Don't
it
know.
makes it
Just
healthy.
lie to me. Lie to me. Yeah, it's gonna happen either way.
Oh, I'm just trying to think that like the monster. So CBD helps kind of relax you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then the monster kind of
So
maybe just smooth the monster out. Like I don't know. You should try this for science.
I'm down. I'll be a guinea pig. I don't give a fuck.
But anyways, if you go over there, owellness.us and use the code FreedomFriends25, shocker, you're going to get 25% off. It's almost like that number's on there for a reason. But they're good people out there. Not as much of a swag game as Warfighter has, but solid fucking products.
True.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
this week is Thanksgiving,
It is.
and I know, I know you're attempting to put as many people in a food coma as humanly possible because you've talked a little bit about your plans for.
Well, I
your
got some
cooking
family in town.
experience.
And
I know my girlfriend's here. Did you tell her I said hi?
No, she's not here yet. She gets here tomorrow.
You need anybody to pick her up? Or?
Maybe. He already volunteered.
Fuck, man.
I don't want Andrew coming after me, man. She can beat my ass.
That's true.
It's kind of half the reason I want to go pick her up.
I knew you were into that shit. Fucking knew it.
Just from her. Just from her. I say that like she listens to this show.
She doesn't.
She totally doesn't listen to this show. So, yeah.
Yeah, you got like
Yeah.
the whole fam coming in.
Yeah, they're,
Yeah, I gotta-
you're playing host this year, right?
I am.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. But no, I'm doing I'm gonna spatchcock a turkey.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Do you like lettuce wraps?
I'm gonna spatchcock a turkey.
Is that on
Essentially, all you
Urban
do is
Dictionary,
you
or-
cut the backbone out and you put it in. You put it flat, and then everything cooks super even.
Oh, I've used that position.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and I got a ham. I was thinking about doing a prime rib also, because I'd fucking do a badass prime rib. But the fucking
prime
cost of meat right now.
Growing up, prime rib was always a Christmas dish.
Yeah, the cost of meat. My family's not going to be for Christmas, so I figured it's gonna.
Dude, beef right
Do
now
it all
is
in one.
insane.
It was a 10-pound prime rib, which is like a prime
Yeah.
rib roast. And it was $198.10.
Yeah.
I was like,
Literally,
fuck off.
last week, my wife decided she wanted steak for dinner. So on the way home, she picked up some New York strips. Now, they were not the typical New York strips that we buy, which apparently you can barely even find. Because we
Yeah.
usually buy about an inch and
Yeah,
a quarter
the thick
thick
ones.
New York strip.
Yep.
Because I do a reverse sear. So I do like an hour and 15 minutes at 225.
Mhm.
And then you let it rest for 10 minutes and then do a hard sear on the outside.
Yeah,
It cooks
like a
it
minute
perfect.
and a half, 2
So you
minutes
get
each.
like medium rare from edge to edge. It doesn't do
Yeah.
that bullseye thing that typically you would get.
Yeah.
You can't even get them. Like nobody even has
Yeah.
thick cut steak right now. So she brings home these like, they were like Texas Roadhouse steaks, like those thin.
like
if you were to-
skirt steak.
Like if you were if you were gonna go to IHOP and get the steak and eggs breakfast, that little thin fucking steak they
the
bring you.
$1.99 steak and eggs in Vegas.
It was it was that right.
Yeah.
Dude, I think she spent $38 for 3 of them.
God damn.
I was like, this is like one
You know what we
steak
should
that I
do?
used to buy for $10.
We should
That's
go.
been
We
30.
should as the Freedom Friends. We should go in.
Buy a fucking cow.
Yeah,
And just send it to a butcher.
that's it.
Yeah. I mean, we'd end up with like a year's worth of beef, but who cares?
What between the 4 of us?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll
all
eat
of
it.
us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I have to get a freezer first, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like they go bad.
No.
So-
I've had one for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Fucking not a problem. I was hoping I happened to get another one, but I didn't get a goddamn elk.
The only time I've ever seen a freezer really like shit the bed is people that they don't like kind of go and like semi-regularly wipe them down and stuff, and they keep them in their garage, and then the seals all go dry and
Yeah.
the seals blow out, and
Yeah.
then like, oh, it's not staying cold, and it's like, well, it doesn't seal.
Yeah.
See, the trick to these things on
Right?
holding a temperature, hot or cold,
Let me
is
explain to you how a freezer works.
they have to seal. Your fridge is the same way.
Yep.
So, but yeah, how many people you got?
Let's see. 1, 2.
How many people are in town
3,
for you, and how
4,
many people are
5.
staying with you?
Actually, there's not as many as I thought. So I got there's going to be 5 people staying in my house, and I might have anywhere between 5 and 12 people for actual dinner.
Well, I know you invited Caitlin and I.
I invited. I mean, anybody who wants.
I
to
think
show
you
up.
invited
Yeah.
just about anybody that regularly cycles through this building. I think you were
Seriously.
like, "Hey, Thanksgiving's
If you don't
fun."
have a place to go,
on
my
this
house
day.
is open.
Yeah.
I got my old landlord Andrea. That when
Yeah,
I
that has
rented
the house out. And, yeah.
So she's back out here for some officer. She went green to gold, and then became a PA, and so she went from being a line medic as a female to now officer and a PA.
Still as
so
a female,
As,
or did she transition?
No,
back?
still as a female.
Yeah, okay.
Green to gold,
Yeah,
round 2.
and
I transitioned and then I transitioned.
right. It's acceptable now. So she's out here for some school, and they're not letting her.
Well, MedCom is
Yeah, she's
At
not.
Fort
But they're
Sam.
not letting her leave for the holidays.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean travel?
Yeah. So it's fucking weird. So I was like, well, fucking my
You know
house
why,
was open.
right?
COVID.
Because they're going to claim that it's going to be a spike
Yeah.
because of the amount of travel.
Mm-hmm.
Although every flight I've been on in the last year has been to the gills, but I'm sure it's going to be, oh, there's more people traveling. No, there's not, motherfucker. There's just as many people.
There's probably going to be less people traveling because of the nightmare you have to go through now.
Yeah,
to
anybody,
travel.
because all you have to do is travel during the holidays once, and then you go like, yep,
I'm driving.
never again.
I'm driving. Yep.
Yeah, all of a sudden, even 12-hour drives. Looking at it, it's like it's really not that bad.
No, you get that
Because
done
if I'm
in a
traveling
day.
during the holidays, I'm going to be in
It's 12
airports and
hours
planes for
anyways.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Except for I can't
Can't smoke cigars.
smoke cigars.
Can't drink.
I can't eat what I want.
Yep.
Like, yeah. I got to take a shit, but the two fatties next to me are sleeping, so I can't get out of my fucking row.
Oh
Like,
God, yeah.
So you just walk
Speaking
across
of-
the laps.
Speaking of taking shits, if
Oh,
you guys are
God.
on TikTok,
Oh.
you need to go follow a page. It is .only farts,
So good.
and it is amazing. Amazing. That's all I'm going to say. You got to figure out the rest.
they're fucking hilarious. I do want to know how many of them, though, are staged.
I don't think it's as many as
Because there's a couple of them that straight up sound like somebody took a balloon
right
and did the whole,
Yeah.
like, they, like, squeeze the neck of it
Yep.
and shit like that. Others I totally believe. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a real fart. But
I
some
like
of them...
I like the ones of the guys sitting on the toilet, and you know, like, yep, that's real.
One of the that page actually reminds me. How much Letterkenny have you watched?
I'm caught up
Oh,
until,
okay.
until the new
So
season.
you remember the
comes out.
fart book episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yep.
page kind of reminds me of. I'm like, this is fart book just in real life
It's like-
because you can like and comment and everything on these people's farts. I'm like, they just used another platform, but this is fart book.
That's what it is.
So, but so you got 5 people staying in your house, and then
Yeah.
an unknown
Yeah,
quantity
we'll
for
find out on
attendees.
Thursday.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of food. Yeah, anybody in the area that's available.
Rock
I think
on.
Big Dick Dirks just walked in. I can see by the shadow coming through the door.
I think you had a customer before that. Now
Yeah.
it's Dirk.
I think Justin had a customer.
So,
Oh, listen, hey,
yeah,
we got a seat for you right in the middle.
come on, man.
Come jump in. Justin's busy.
We usually
You
don't let
take his
fans on
spot
the
for a
show,
second.
but
Brought my friend with me too.
Yeah.
Get another one on the way.
Oh, Jesus.
wow, that's a healthy bottle.
Yeah, it is. That's a business size bottle right there.
What is it?
Basil,
Oh, I thought it was like I recognized the fucking copper.
artfully aged.
So, walking in with the Jordan 3s, I respect
Hey, how you
it.
doing, man?
He brought a gift too that you
Oh,
might
did he?
like. Yes, sir.
Oh, that I might like.
Got a little gift for y'all.
Uh oh. What do you got? It never
yeah.
misses.
No.
It never
No,
misses.
That is great.
That is yeah. That hits every time. Appreciate
Right?
it, sir. Appreciate it.
I don't want to walk in front of
Oh, you're good.
Hey, nobody watches this shit. Are you kidding me?
Get all.
Hey,
Ron.
I'm Jazz.
This is Jazz. And this is John.
This is Rich. Rich talking on the
This is
microphone.
Rich.
We're recording.
This is
Oh, hey. Let me put these on.
Rich.
Hey,
Big Dick Dirks.
Big Dick Dirks is
Which-
in the house.
I'm pretty,
Before
I'm
I
pretty
get
sure
going?
that nickname is just it's just us, isn't it?
And his wife.
Well, it depends.
Is that why she's not allowed to measure anything around
Depends
the
if
house?
I just got out of the pool or not. I do not have a stick in my hand, so can I grab one from the back?
Yeah, go for it.
Unless you have some out here.
No, go for it. You know where they're at.
So my wife and I have 0 Thanksgiving plans. That's not true.
Yeah.
We have Thanksgiving plans. We just have no people plans.
Mm.
So
Okay.
we count ourselves very fortunate that we had several people invite us to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, right? Different friends, different family, all this kind of stuff. The only thing is neither Caitlin and I are huge on Thanksgiving food,
Yeah.
kind of in general. And we both kind of subscribe to the idea of these people that I don't talk to 364 days out of the year.
Yeah. All of a sudden, want to be
I
my
don't
best
need
friend.
to. I don't need to speak or hang out with you because
Yeah.
this random calendar date rolled around.
Yep.
So our plan, as we've established on this show, that we're both of the nerd persuasion, is we actually plan on spending the day watching all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, Jesus.
But we're gonna make all of the Lord of the Rings food to go along with it. So we're just gonna eat like hobbits all day and watch the movies.
You're gonna eat like a hobbit, or you're gonna eat like hobbits. Like,
Do you know where I can get a hobbit?
I know. Seriously. I haven't had one of those.
I don't know. I'm sure we could.
When's Hobbit season?
The fuck. Let's find out.
Isn't
I smoked the shit out of one.
isn't Mikey into hobbits? He might know.
Yeah.
But I think hobbits are different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you
it's
think? Do you think?
its own species.
Do you think hobbits are extinct?
They're probably the same place that the Sasquatch is at.
Oh,
Well, I mean, they're essentially hill people. So
but little ones.
They're in West Virginia.
yeah, I mean, you have to find somewhere like because they'll live like in hills and shit like that. So maybe that's why the hills have eyes.
It's just hobbits.
That's when you find out that it's actually that horror movie. It's actually just about hobbits.
It's just hobbits.
It's just yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that's not that scary anymore.
Or this just got even more terrifying. It's one of the two.
So about 2 years ago, my wife and I went out.
Speak into the mic like you've been here before.
All right. I haven't been in this studio, not on the show in this studio.
Oh, well.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. So a couple years ago, we went out to Terlingua and we did this Airbnb in the middle of the desert. Swear to God, it was just like Hills Have Eyes. Like you had that feeling of people watching you from above.
I love how anytime I ever see like a sauce company or anything like that, and they're like, "Oh, this is made in Terlingua," and I'm like, I know what's in Terlingua, and I don't know if you want to claim that shit too tightly. Like,
it sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds like it's exotic, and this is where it's done. And it's like, do you know what's out there?
Which trailer was it made in?
Yeah, right? I'm like, dude, there's nothing out there. Well, like one of them, I got these infused olive oils, and they're really good. Like they're super good. One of them's like garlic infused, and the other one's whatever infused or whatever.
Addicting good?
No, right? And I was like, I bought it at a farmer's market, and I was like, are these gonna be really good, or is it gonna be like old Coke recipe where it's like it actually tastes like ass, but fuck,
God,
cocaine just hits different.
That's funny.
So, what about you? You got Thanksgiving plans?
Thanksgiving plans.
Down where you are, is it all just like pointy boots and you're gonna roast a pig? Or
So we're actually doing smoked turkey. But so last year, my wife and I came to the conclusion that instead of spending all this time to make all this food, we have a friend of ours that he does barbecue professionally. So he's going to smoke the turkey for us.
When do you become a professional barbecue? When you sell something?
I think that's what it comes down
That's
to. It's
typically
one of two things. You either sell it
Or win something?
or you win an award because of it.
And he's got a lot of awards. So, yeah.
I mean, because
I've
I've sold things off my barbecue.
You're a professional barbecuer.
Did you see the barbecue class for Hero Sports that we did?
Yeah.
That was the guy.
Nice.
The guy that did the class. So he does pretty much anything we do in Laredo barbecue wise, he comes out for it. So
Dirks, having known you for a while, man, barbecue absolutely strikes me as your sport.
it is and it isn't. I like to barbecue in the backyard because I can go in and tell my family, like, okay, it's gonna be a half hour longer, versus the competition where it's like, no, you have to have it done at a certain time. And
I just meant because you do barbecue classes for Hero Sports, and I was like, yeah, that seems like Dirk's sport.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a intramural barbecue athlete.
The co-ed side.
I drink a bit. I make some food. This is my sport of choice.
When it comes to barbecue, I identify as a woman.
They're just out there. He's like, I got mad spatula tricks. Watch.
It's like teppanyaki ain't got shit on me.
Bouncing his spatulas and shit off the grill. He's got it on a string. He's just twirling it around.
Ron, put the headphones on.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I definitely had a moment where I realized I was getting older. And I bought literally this spatula set that's meant specifically for barbecuing.
Yeah.
And it's not those big stupid ones that everybody has that, the handle's like fucking 3 feet long and the spatula, but you can't control shit. So everybody just, it's this fucking long and everybody holds it this far from the front anyways, because you can't do anything with, but it's like a whole set. They're all matched. All the blades are like this long and super flat. All of them have a front running edge.
Yeah.
So one's an angle, and then it's got like the flat handled top bar to like do chop and all that kind of stuff. It's like a full match set. And I was like, this is one of the best things I've ever bought. I'm beyond happy with this. And my wife looked at me and goes, do you realize how giddy you are over your spatula set right now? And I was like, man, that's definitely a sign that
Getting older.
I'm getting older. When a spatula set makes you excited, your priorities have shifted.
Right.
But
yeah. What you get your eye on anything for Black Friday?
If I wasn't between jobs right now, I'd have all sorts of eyes on things. But no, man, well, like I told you the other day, I need a gun safe. And really, it's not even like because I do believe in weapon security and keeping everything secure and all that kind of stuff. For me, it's really coming down to an organization and storage issue.
I'm tired of not knowing where my pistols are. Fuck, where did I put
Yeah,
that
I mean,
thing?
I'm tired of like, well, I've got, over here I've got this one, and then over here I've got this one, and the way I have these stored, but my two long range weapons, the barrel length on them is too long to fit where I'm keeping all of my other weapons, so then they don't fit.
Right.
And so I'm really like, the whole reason I actually want a gun safe is just so that I have. It's
So you
just
can open it and be like,
it's just a
"There
control
they
issue
are."
of like, hey, there's everything.
Yeah, you want to
Uh,
make sure you have a positive control of your pistols.
Well, I could just get a backpack for all of them, I guess.
They could. You know, a really good place to store them, I heard, is at the TSA at the
They'll
airport.
store them for you in a heartbeat.
They will.
Yeah.
They keep them
super
very
quick.
secure.
Yeah. They will hold on to them and,
I
you
actually
never have to worry about them getting into
about
the wrong hands.
a year and a half ago, I had a chance to get a gun safe for free. And somebody had contacted me about it.
That's not mine.
And it was a National Guard armory that was shutting down.
Really?
And they had a gun safe from inside the National Guard armory. And I was like, well, can you send me pictures? I was like, this seems like it'd be cool. And they sent me pictures of this fucking thing. And it was one of the draw safes. So it was like, it's like 8 feet wide. It was like 6 feet deep. And like you could walk into it. And I was like, where the fuck am I going to put this?
Who gave me that? Thank you.
So,
So we got these, and then we got all those back there, and then there's some more up in the
So-
but yeah, I need a gun safe. So I may watch out for,
Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supplies sale. Because they do, I think
Speaking-
Canon.
It starts tomorrow.
It's Canon, right?
It's a
I
four.
think
It's
that they carry.
starts tomorrow. It's
Speaking
a 40.
of firearms, and which you're a fan of firearms, you're also a fan of irony and satire.
Yeah.
So Ron and his business partner, who he's going to show up later, they're starting a Cerakote business. He's already a certified Cerakote installer.
Oh, now you don't started it. Go ahead, John. Ask him where he went.
There's only one place to
So
go.
the name of their company is G14 Classified.
Nice. Well done.
And I always say that they can't explain the name until both of them are here, because then you'll understand.
I can't.
You couldn't get it.
No.
So
And I
are
had
you
my
starting
knife
that
out.
down in Laredo?
Yeah, I'm starting it down in Laredo, Texas. My partner and I, G14 Classified. Like Rick said, once my other partner shows up, you'll see why.
Nice.
You ever seen the movie Rush Hour?
Okay, say your name so
Ron-
that people don't think we have Mike Tyson on the show.
Ron Taylor.
There you go.
Yeah. Ron Taylor. So
I totally think they could both smoke my ass. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you started talking, and I was like, "Holy shit!" You actually got to say your name because people are gonna think we got Iron Mike sitting on the end of the fucking.
you
bar.
know what? It's funny because I get that a lot. People,
You sound just like him.
yeah. I got
like-
that little lisp, right?
Well, it's not even. It's actually the tone,
Yeah.
like your voice tone and everything. You sound just like him.
Yeah.
That is eerie. I'm glad I'm not the first one to say that because it is.
No, Mike Tyson actually my stepdad. Seriously. Not fucking with you.
Yeah, I
man.
was gonna say. Well, because in my head I'm going like, wait, is Mike married? Like,
I was gonna say we're about to solve a lot of debate questions
Yeah,
really
like-
quick.
right?
This is the weirdest place for me just to find that out.
Well,
I wanted them to be the first to know.
Right?
actually the first question with my head was like, is Mike Tyson married?
So my first time on the podcast, Mikey, who's not here, had to let everybody listening know that I'm not Hispanic. So
No, he's
No, he's fucking as white as I am.
he's
He
a
just-
white dude from Wisconsin.
yeah.
Yeah, we had to point out the fact that you were.
So I came here. This is a couple weeks ago. You were mountain hiking in Colorado, not hunting. And
Hey, I have an elk mount to prove it.
It was a beautiful nature hike in Colorado.
I forgot to look at the elk mount when I came in too. And Dave had brought up, he's like, in just this conversation, I've heard Wisconsin and Laredo in the same sentences.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when does G14 launch?
G14 will officially launch in the beginning of year 2022.
So like January, February, somewhere
Yeah,
in there?
January, February time frame. Right now, we're in the process of getting our FFL Type 7.
Nice.
So from there, once we get that approved, we can start the Cerakote process.
Now, do you have to have a Type 7 because you're Cerakoting because you're modifying the weapon?
No,
No.
No?
you don't have to have an FFL unless you keep a gun overnight.
Yes.
So that's why you're so that way so people
Mm.
could do an FFL transfer to you from anywhere, get the work done, and have it sent back.
Yes, as long as you keep it, as long as you have that firearm out within 24 hours, then you don't need, like you said, a FFL.
Right, but like we have listeners everywhere.
Mhm.
So let's say y'all's website goes live, the whole 9 yards, and somebody goes like, "Damn, I really like his work.
Yeah.
I'd like to send him my weapon." You guys can do an FFL receipt.
Yes.
So like if I went to my local gun store,
Mhm.
used them,
No. So technically, it would be a quote unquote repair at that point,
Yes.
even though they're not doing anything. So you can send it direct from your house.
he
just has to send
it back to an FFL.
No, and
No.
he can
No?
send it directly back to you because it's a repair.
Oh,
Yes. So anything considered gunsmithing
Yeah.
doesn't need to go in the FFL book.
It goes into a repair book.
So
It's
I can,
different.
I
Yeah.
can send, like you said, I can send it right back to your house.
so what's the so it would just be if I'm purchasing a firearm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
then
when it
you
has
get
to
a
go FFL to
4473
FFL.
and-
Gotcha.
yep, all that fun
But
stuff.
if the firearm's already in your name, you can just ship it to our store and we ship it right back to your house.
That's fucking awesome.
Is his
Yeah.
mic on?
Yeah.
I'm just deaf.
Yeah. He just made you bring your ears up.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a different conversation.
Well, I was about to say like
Not according to the VA, I'm not.
well, I was about to say we very rarely have anybody sit at that seat, so the levels are probably all fucked up.
Ah,
But
okay.
then it probably also has to do with the fact that you're deaf.
I am.
So yeah, because I can hear him just
Yeah.
fine.
Me too.
It's just you.
It's just me.
Turn your ears on.
Yeah, they hear the Mike Tyson voice.
Oh, it's
pretty-
because they're backwards.
Dude, that is eerie.
No, seriously, they are.
God damn.
See, this one has L. See, now you can hear better, huh?
No, it's still the same.
Oh.
It's quiet, just correct. What about you, man? What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
This was my first time hosting. So my daughter was just born last week.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
So thank you. Appreciate that. So I'll be hosting Thanksgiving for the first time now that I have an actual family. So my wife, her mom, and her brothers will be coming over.
Awesome.
Then yeah, so just doing the regular turkey and regular ham, stuff like that. You know, Thanksgiving traditions. And other than that, that's it. That's about it. Nothing too crazy.
So, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
If I have to pick Thanksgiving
Just
food,
one item, one thing.
Pillsbury crescent rolls.
I really like the butter.
What? I fucking love Pillsbury crescent rolls. They're fucking delicious.
Is Cool Whip an option?
I'm guessing you mean like if it's like turkey
Anything.
stuffing. all
Yeah,
that
whatever.
kind of shit.
Green bean casserole, a dessert, a side, an appetizer.
So,
it doesn't matter.
Justin actually talked about it yesterday. One of my favorite parts about this time of year is the fact that I can get pumpkin pie fucking anywhere, like all
Everywhere.
the time.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter where you go. So I do like that because I
love
like pumpkin pie. It has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. I just like this time of year because I
Yeah.
like pumpkin pie.
Just like he likes his pumpkin spice lattes.
I'm not a huge pumpkin, but fucking that salted caramel mocha.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit up though.
I got salted caramel hot chocolate
Bombs. I got them from Costco. They're so fucking good.
Yep.
It's very satisfying too to sit there and pour hot milk on it. Just watch it.
Like,
Just
oh,
open
and
up.
then the marshmallows come out. You're
Yep.
like, oh.
It's like a little surprise. I don't know, man. It's part of the reason that we're not really like going anywhere for Thanksgiving is that my wife and I, neither one of us are huge on
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving food. Plus it kind of turns into one of those like I could literally make any of this anytime I fucking wanted. So yeah.
But you got to do it now, and you got to celebrate.
The time that we came in and gave a bunch of people smallpox and sift them off to like the shittiest parts of the country. Yeah, we should totally celebrate that.
I mean,
It's like, good job, everybody.
hey.
Hey.
The best Thanksgiving that we had, we went to Colorado to this little town called Estes Park, and
There's a lot of elk there.
we came back with the
just
same
can't
amount you
They
did.
can't.
We came back with the same amount. We ended up going to a steakhouse. everybody got the steak that they wanted, how they wanted it. We didn't have to do dishes when we were done.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to prepare the food. We didn't have to cook
Yeah.
the food. We just had to pay for it.
We hosted Thanksgiving a couple years ago, and all the family came over, and everybody was super excited. Straight up, we went to Honey Baked. I bought the whole fucking meal from Honey Baked Ham. I cooked it all in the Honey Baked Ham shit, and then when it was done being cooked, I transferred it into all of my white serveware.
Yeah.
Put it all on there, but I served everybody on like the fancy Chinette shit, like the hard plastic, like clear Chinette stuff.
Yeah.
When everybody was done, it all got thrown away. I had to wash like 4 things,
Done and done.
and I was done with Thanksgiving, and I was like, fucking snailed it. Like, I don't, but I don't know. I like stuffing unless it gets weird.
Elaborate, please.
Okay, so
I like stuffing too.
yeah, but also when you start eating stuffing, you're like, what is that, fucking raisins?
Oh,
Like,
okay,
who the fuck is
okay.
putting this shit in stuffing? Like, oh fuck, I pissed off Mike.
Nah, nah.
Look out, he's down there just fucking looking at me.
I
Like,
agree with you. Like raisins don't belong in no damn stuffing.
they also don't belong in cookies.
I don't mind cookies. I ain't gonna lie. I don't mind.
Get
the
the
old-
fuck
Amen.
off my show. Get the leave right fucking now.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna take this bottle of Jameson with me.
Oh, okay, you can stay. What's your raisin argument?
No, I'm 100% on board with you. Raisins and cookies is fucking blasphemy.
It's bullshit too, because raisin cookies look like chocolate chip cookies.
It's
And then you go
bullshit.
pick the shit up and you put it in your mouth and you're like, motherfucker, there is fruit in this cookie. Like this
Like,
is
spit it out. I don't
no,
want this.
this is fucking.
It's the tranny of the cookies.
I've been fucking
It's
bamboozled.
true. It is.
Once it's already in my mouth, I'm like, might as well just finish it. Fuck it.
That's what she said.
What are you doing after the show?
Well, a few more shots of this Jameson. I mean,
It's gonna be a whole other party.
nah.
Well, that wraps it up
All
for
right.
this episode.
We got things to do. All right, Mike can stay. Dirk, you gotta go.
I'm out. I'm out.
Sorry, Rich.
You either got to hold the camera or you got to leave.
Where's the couch?
Why am I in the middle of this circle?
Somebody's got to be the cookie. What about you, man? What's your
Favorite dish?
yeah? Oh, so here's the other thing: is I won't do stuffing unless there's gravy,
Yes.
like the actual
Yeah,
brown gravy.
you
in
gotta,
it.
then it has to be good.
Yeah,
it can't just be like the shit made out of a
But
packet.
dude, maybe it's just from growing up or whatever. But literally stovetop stuffing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just go with that, or the homemade
Homemade.
equivalent
So
to
I,
it, right?
I, got
Like,
I got a homemade
it should be
recipe.
like right, but is it got a bunch of weird shit in it,
No,
or is it like
it has
it's like
bread,
bread,
it
turkey
has-
grease, seasonings, all
It
that
has
kind of shit in it?
sausage.
Okay, I can
Jimmy
get
Dean
behind that.
sausage.
I ain't never had it with sausage.
And then we use this spice.
That doesn't sound like stuffing. This just sounds like a meal.
We use this spice that's actually made in Weymouth, Massachusetts, my hometown.
Oh, so it's crap.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's called Bell's Seasoning. BELL apostrophe S. Bell's Seasoning.
East Coast cooking has to be the laziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You
It's
just
always
put a bunch of shit and
it's-
some seasoning
it's
and
just-
fucking good.
So here's what you do. You're going to buy this thing. And then you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy this brand of this seasoning. Just shake the shit out of it on that. And we're done
That's it.
cooking.
That's all you need.
It's like,
It's easy.
because that's where like Old Bay and all that shit comes from too. It's
Yeah.
all out there.
Yeah.
Like it's all their cooking is just based on whatever major spice you can go buy.
You can't knock Old Bay seasoning. though.
I feel weird talking about Thanksgiving, knowing that y'all have someone who was at the original Thanksgiving and he's not here today.
He's not.
Did he go home?
He went to go pick up the boy.
Oh, okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
Dave went home though, right?
Yeah, Dave went home.
And Mikey said he might stop by.
Tonight?
Yeah, he said
He
he's
doesn't
flying
even
in at like
land till
7:30.
6.
So he said he might swing by and say hi, but I doubt it.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna let him swing by. Just nobody.
Yeah, so
will
we can
be
find the
here.
locked door. Like, fucking, swing by like 7:30. Bitch, I ain't gonna be here.
Actually, this episode comes out on Scott's birthday, right? Or is that
Yeah.
Wednesday?
No, Scott's birthday is 23rd.
Yep. Scott'll turn what, 7,000?
I think it's 2,577 this year.
Little off. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I'd love to. I've tried year after year. I've tried to sit down with him and have a conversation about how the first Thanksgiving went, and he never gives me any details on it.
Well, he probably wasn't here. He was probably fucking off in some other country.
No, he was there for it. Every once in a while, he'll slip up and he'll talk about
Oh,
his
he'll
first
admit it?
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, and then nothing
Yeah,
after
he just
that.
fucking passes
I'm
on.
like, dude,
Are you? I'm just curious. Are you of like Nordic descent? 'Cause you're a big
Art.
dude.
Norway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Vikings got here first.
Yeah.
Like, there's
we
no
go
even arguing
hundreds
that
of-
at this
yeah,
point.
a
Like,
long time
we know they
before.
were here way before that.
Yep.
So the Vikings actually have a rule about when they go into a new country,
Okay.
and it's if you don't raid or invade anywhere you're welcome. So like if the people are like, hey, yeah, come on in,
Come
our
on
table's yours, like you don't raid and invade.
You don't breach an open door.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it was part of their culture policy. It wasn't even like a warfare thing. It was like literally just if you're welcome, you don't raid and invade.
Yeah.
And then you also you essentially then don't betray a friend. So you can't attack or take over, and you also can't discover anything where people already are.
So that's why they didn't come back.
Well, essentially, they were like, this is already spoken for, like
Yeah.
whatever. But they were here first. So I'm kind of always curious, like, by the time like the pilgrims and shit came, like, what if the Vikings just had like a little village somewhere? They were just like hanging out. Like the natives were just like, yeah, fucking stay. Like you can put your hut next
Like
to
a little Airbnb.
Yeah, right? They were just like,
You can borrow my teepee.
they were like, yeah, if they were like, you know what, you flip your longboat over and you can build it right next to my hut and we can fucking, because I don't know if anybody knows that, but that's how they did it. Like they had those boats, they would bring them in, and instead of leaving the boat in the harbor, they would bring them in, flip them upside down and put them on stilts, and that became their
The roof.
house.
Yeah.
So extremely efficient. But like if they were here and the pilgrim showed up, if the Vikings would just been like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like you don't. What? That's not how this is done. It's like you and your buckle hats. Fuck off.
I was gonna say, why do you have buckles in your hat? Do you tighten them, or
What's
what
that
the
for?
fuck? Where did that come from?
Like, so you're all very tiny. Is that what it is? Tall hat with the buckle on. It makes you feel important.
It makes the hat look less tall. Those
So
early
the-
fashion.
If the one on your shoe breaks, you have an extra.
It's a spare. Why don't you make a hat that fits?
You ever been hit with a hat with a buckle on it?
Maybe that's the original Kevlar.
There could be. Just that spot though.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is felt. You're fucked.
Yeah, that's why I was on the front.
Fuck, I'd at least do a plate.
Just
Those
going-
look too aggressive.
I know, right? No.
I see.
doesn't look-
I see you got my otter.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually sitting in front of my ashtray, but I've relocated today. But yes, it's been there every show since you sent it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
I giggled because it came in a really big box. And I opened it up because it wasn't addressed to Jazz. It just said Warfighter. So I opened it and I looked. I was like, ha. And I just put it right in Jazz's spot. I didn't even have to ask who it came from. I was like, I know who this is for.
So out of the three things that I've sent up here, I think my favorite still is Mikey's. The Michael Phelps motivational poster.
Yeah.
I wanted to hang it in front of his spot on the bar, but it's since disappeared.
I know. I don't know where he put it.
And the only reason that's my
He probably
favorite,
took it home, put it on his I Love Me wall.
It's hanging in that marine room.
he's got it on the ceiling in the bathroom. The only reason that's my favorite is because you guys have heard the story of when he met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Oh, you're the guy who Michael Phelps beat his ass, right?"
She's like, what?
She said all she could see was the vein. And she's like, "Oh, I'm Rich's wife." Oh, should have fucking figured.
It was like they asked me. All I was told was there's a present on the bar for you.
Yeah.
So I went and picked it up, and somebody went like, "Who do you think sent it?" And I was like, "Big Dick." And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "It's the only person that would have been clever enough to do this."
Yeah.
Like, we have a lot of really great fans, and they sent some really great stuff, but like the clever stuff that shows up, it's like, yeah, I can probably nail down who fucking pulled off some of this.
There's only a
I even-
handful of people that can do that.
I even started a dick war between the Independa and Dave.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Remember, I had
Yeah.
cigars shipped out to Independa when he was still in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and I think Dave put I don't know if he drew a dick on it or what.
I think we all drew a dick on it.
So George, the real Independa, carved a handmade penis, a hand carved penis, and sent it back
cigar
out.
holder. Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah, it's got balls and everything.
Yeah.
not sure where it is now.
I think it's on his desk in his office, isn't it?
It's either that or he took it with him.
Yeah, he travels with it.
It may be in Nebraska right now.
It holds my toothbrush. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
Should we talk about the
yeah,
the
let's
obvious?
talk about it. So found not guilty on all charges.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm overly surprised.
No. Did you listen to the trial?
Yeah. Well,
Or watch,
a big
or
enough
listen.
chunk of it to was I one of these people that, you know, for the 8 hours it ran during the day, like had it going? No.
I had it playing on the background, and if I paid attention, I paid attention. You know. But-
And the biggest reason I would go back and kind of catch recaps and stuff like that, it was, man, some of the shit that these attorneys would start explaining, I was like, fuck, you made your point like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah,
like
just
you're
shut
just
the
still
fuck up.
talking. Like just fucking leave it alone. Like we
Right.
got it. So I didn't feel like I needed to listen to it
Yeah.
continuously, like I was going to miss something.
There's a couple things that have really struck me about the whole thing. One is the debates that are happening on social media platforms right now.
Well, they're inaccurate, first off.
Well, so you have one side that's debating that they actually, I don't know, took the time to learn some facts about the case. And then you have people that chime in on news articles that felt one way, actually listened to the evidence and everything, and then it changed their mind because it's blatant facts.
Which is what a court is supposed to do.
And then you have the people that are like, well, no, he's guilty. He just shouldn't have been there in the first place. Well, do you know
but that's
any?
not what he was on trial for.
Exactly. Do you know any of the facts? Well, it doesn't matter. He shouldn't have been there. Well, okay, I can agree with that to an extent, but he was there. So
His dad lived in that neighborhood he was protected
yeah,
too.
but we're past the fact that he shouldn't have been there.
Well, and that's
So
first
that-
off, that's not what the kid was on trial for.
Yeah.
He was not
Exactly.
on trial for whether or not he should have been there.
Yeah,
It wasn't a curfew issue.
So that's not what he was on trial for. He also wasn't on trial for whether or not he legally possessed that firearm. Wasn't on trial for that either. So both of those arguments are moot on either side.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is if you really look at it, we discussed this last week, what the difference between a straw purchase is
yeah.
and a direct purchase and all that kind of stuff. The way he came about possessing the weapon was not the legal route to buy a weapon.
No,
So,
but the dude who actually purchased the weapon is being prosecuted for it.
which I'm fine for. I'm
100%.
totally okay with
Yeah.
that. Don't buy illegal weapons. It's that fucking simple.
Yep.
I am all about you owning firearms. I own several. I have purchased every single one of mine legally. So I'm
Your
not that worried
brother,
about
on the other hand.
Huh?
Speaking
Your
of firearms
brother-
violations,
Well, the way he purchased his weapon was legal. Whether or not the weapon itself was legal was two different things.
so with transporting across state lines, it's fine, just not on an aircraft.
No, it come to find out that he had bought a weapon individual to individual. And the purchase was totally above board, totally legal.
Okay.
Justin wasn't aware of the history of the firearm, and at some point that firearm
was reported
was
stolen.
reported stolen. So now Justin was completely unaware of that, was able to provide all of the conversations leading up to it.
Yeah, and
And
they
so
were like, okay,
and
yeah,
that was like, okay, yeah, you're clean on that. If you
Yeah.
don't know you're buying something stolen, you
Yeah.
can't be held accountable for receiving stolen
Yeah.
goods. So now if you're buying a stack of DVD players or the back of a truck,
Yeah.
you're probably relatively aware that this isn't kosher. So yeah, I've been to flea markets too. I'm just saying.
Back to the Rittenhouse trial.
But to the Rittenhouse trial, he also wasn't on trial for that. He was on trial for murder. Like, let's just
Yeah.
call it what it is, whatever you want to. Well, it was actually for this, that, and the other charge. It was a murder trial. But so discussing all the rest of it, it literally turns into a straw man argument. It's he should be found guilty because of these that have nothing to do with the case. And it was like, well, that's not how this works.
No.
And you wouldn't want to have that argument held against you if you were the one on trial. You would want it to be based on actually what your charges are and not any of the shit that's around it.
But even the stuff around it, it doesn't prove.
I'll take it back a few steps. I've had some experience in the criminal justice system,
A day or two.
and there's no reason that should have made it past the grand jury.
Yeah,
He shouldn't have been indicted in the first place.
I'll agree with that. And
that's the court of public opinion.
Yeah, I would have liked I wouldn't want to sit in on the trial. I would have liked to sit in on grand jury to see what was presented to them and their train of thought with giving a true bill to push it to an actual trial.
Right.
Yeah, and I think there was probably a little bit of, if we let it go to trial, it's not our fault. Like, it's not a grand jury just going like, nope,
Yeah.
this is cut and dry. It was self-defense. It's done. It doesn't sit on them. It actually had to go to trial, which makes me think that more than likely, like, at the grand jury, they probably were relatively confident how it was going to shake out, just
Right.
looking at the facts. It seems like a pretty safe bet
Yeah.
on something that could have ended up turning into precedential law, because with a court case like that happening,
Yeah.
you could have ended up with a whole lot of precedential law that could have been pushed
If
forward.
he would have been found guilty, that
It would have
that case
changed
law would have
everything.
been
Yeah.
heard for years.
Yeah.
Any self-defense case
Yeah.
that would have been
Yeah.
that would have been brought up.
But there was so
Scott and I were talking leading up to when they came out with the verdict and when the jury was deliberating, because they fucking, I think Monday
took
of
way
that
longer than I
week,
thought it was going.
Monday, sometime in the afternoon is when they started their deliberation, and they didn't come out with the verdict until Friday.
Yeah.
And so when they were, figuring out and going through all the jury rules and all the bullshit, Scott and I were talking, and I'm like, it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be like 30 minutes and they're going to be like, not guilty. Or it's going to be like a couple days and he's fucked.
I remember y'all talking about that
and then
on
like
the podcast.
Tuesday, after we're sitting there, listening, nothing. Tuesday, after, every afternoon I'd ask, I'm like, Scott, you hear anything yet? He's like, nope. And I'm like, he's so fucked. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to do it, but
That's
he's so
the
fucked.
same thing I thought too.
And then Friday they come out finally with all non-guilty.
See, I
And I was
actually
just like, holy shit.
I knew where it was going when they asked for
all the information.
and they asked for the video. They
Mhm.
wanted that drone footage, and they wanted the original footage, and they wanted to be able to watch it however many times they wanted to for the length of the video,
Yeah.
with nobody talking over it, no little snippets taken out. Like,
Yep.
they wanted the whole thing. And that's when I was like, he's fine. Because they want to cut out all of the, but if you look at it just right and squint,
Yeah.
then
If
it
you
kinda,
only look at these
it's-
4 seconds.
Yeah.
I saw a meme on Saturday. It was they waited for some mail-in verdicts.
yeah, and now everyone found
And
guilty.
now he's found guilty.
So, but now what I'm curious is that court and that trial was incredibly well covered and televised.
Yeah.
And now Ghislaine Maxwell,
Yeah. Do you hear
her
what
trial
the judge
starts on the
said?
29th. Is that going to be as televised?
I fucking hope so. Do you hear what the judge said afterwards, though?
Mm-mm.
He goes, I don't know if I'll ever televise another.
I saw that.
It was a
trial.
circus.
He's like, I had to kick out reporters.
MSNBC.
Yep. Yeah. I
He
had to
banned
kick
them
out
because they were
reporters.
following the jury van.
Yep. He's like, there were things that could have swayed this case that luckily, we caught in time and it didn't happen.
I think and I totally think some of the, let's just call it what it is, some of the grandstanding that was happening from the attorneys
Oh, yeah.
was because those cameras were in there.
Yeah.
What's interesting too is, so there were 3 people found not guilty on essentially murder charges on the same day. And only one of them was nationally broadcasted and talked about in depth, which blows my mind because there's such a political agenda when it comes to the news and what they report.
Well,
and
the
how they
hilarious thing was
report it.
after the not guilty verdict came through is how quickly my phone started populating the news aggregate
Yeah.
and the headlines I was seeing. And it was stuff like Rittenhouse found non-guilty on all charges. Rittenhouse shot dead 2 people in
Yeah.
2020. And it was like, that literally makes it sound like this dude just walked in a room and just went blam, blam, and then walked back out. Like,
Right.
you can't write a headline like that. Like, that is...
I saw a post the other day, and it was a conservative person who put this post, and I didn't agree with it because he had made a comment about something about if you have a group of liberals and you randomly shoot into it, you're going to hit a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he didn't randomly shoot into a group of anything.
Yeah. And I know everybody's trying to be funny and this, that, and the other, and this is a huge win for this. So there's a couple of things that bug me. One, some of the posts that I've seen from people that have said that his non-guilty verdict was a huge win for the Second Amendment.
No.
That is inaccurate as fuck.
It's
The
not.
Second Amendment is not your right to carry a firearm against another person. The Second Amendment is the right to keep and bear arms to be able to stop an overreaching government.
Government. Not another individual.
Not another individual. That's not what 2A does. That's not the right.
And the
that is-
interesting part about it is self-defense law is different in every single state.
Yeah, you have
it
Castle
changes.
Doctrine.
It depends on the state that you're in. So just specifically because of how the self-defense laws were written in Wisconsin is the law that they had to follow. It's not a federal issue. It's not a 2A issue.
Well, 2A never needed to be brought up.
It has nothing
This
to do
was
with
not
2A.
Rittenhouse fighting a government institution.
But what do you see in the headlines lately? Pro 2A, pro 2A, pro 2A. So it's going to be.
I wish I had $1 for every time they referred to an AR-15 as an automatic rifle.
Which AR doesn't stand for automatic or assault, for anybody
No,
that doesn't
neither.
know. AR stands for Armalite,
But
the
either
company
way,
that originally
even-
developed that weapon
Even
system.
when you hear like the news, when you hear the news, and like he opened fired with an automatic rifle,
No, he
like
didn't.
bitch,
You've never seen open fire with an automatic
yeah,
rifle.
like
and I'm telling you right now,
That's not
had
how
he
this
opened fire
works.
with
It
an
goes
automatic,
different.
if he had opened fire with an automatic weapon, he would not have been that accurate either.
I'll tell you what, for a 17-year-old,
The weapon discipline was real.
all I want to talk about is him during the trial. Not about the incident, because
handled
we've
himself
talked about
well.
the incident before, and what he did then. Okay, that was one thing.
He had more poise on the stand than I've seen seasoned officers.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like they would
Well,
ask
and
him
even the
questions.
questions he got. Were you aware of the type of round you were shooting? I knew they were full metal jacket, but as far as if you're asking me what I think that if I knew all of the details on their performance, no, I've never had to shoot anybody before.
Exactly, like
But devil's advocate, how long did he have to prepare for this?
that's true. But I mean,
For
I-
his age?
I think of it. I think of it as I look back at my 17-year-old self, and I put myself in his shoes and try to get the mindset that I had when I was 17, and think if I just went through this situation and I'm sitting essentially on trial right now, and I have prosecuting attorneys questioning the fuck out of me, trying to catch me up in something. At 17 would not have the ability to do what he did and to be able to. It's not like he just tried to keep a story straight or anything. Like he's just telling him the truth.
And you saw when he broke down.
Yeah.
Like that was.
But trying
But
not
he
to.
still.
Like,
Then again,
came
at
back from
17, I hadn't spent a year in prison either.
that's true.
Prison will harden you up
Yeah.
real fucking quick.
You know, but when you have a prosecuting attorney that's literally trying to get you to incriminate
true?
yourself.
Hey man, that was the longest 12 hours of my life.
You should see every day at lunch, all he does is make these prison fucking lunches with all these microwavable bullshit. And I'm like, dude, like,
Then he heats up his spoon on the back end and fucking sharpens it out.
He has
does.
John Poe's pocket out so he can hold it and walk around.
It's just like home.
he feels comfortable
Remember
that way.
Have you seen?
We like to maximize performance. from
Have
our
you seen that movie
employees.
Half Baked?
Yeah.
You can't mess with me. I'm Squirrel Master's bitch.
I'm somebody's bitch.
Oh fuck! I'm still beyond happy that I was the one that got to pick him up the morning after. Get to go drive down and pick him up. He came out looking rough.
So, did you see the other incident that happened in Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during a Christmas parade. What the fuck?
So I guess who'd have
thought Wisconsin was gonna turn into the Wild West?
But I
Right?
guess the dude was like fleeing a domestic incident. I don't know because I just read a headline, but I guess the cops are showing up and he's like, "Fuck!" and he took off and then ran over a fucking crowd.
Was he in a Mustang?
The vehicle he used, he had actually put in his rap videos and on social media posts.
So it was definitely a Mustang.
So
It sounds more like a Chrysler 300 to me.
I thought most people borrowed the cars they stuck in rap videos.
Jim, Big Jim that we
Big
have
Jim?
on a show.
Yeah, somebody borrow his
Humvee was in a rap video before he got it. So
Like,
when he
I
went to
watched-
go buy it, he's like, "Dude, this is the Humvee."
I
I'm gonna
watched a
get."
bunch of behind the scenes stuff on music videos, and most of the rap stars and stuff that all that flash and everything, most of that it's prop money, and then they borrow the cars.
But it's funny. He's like, "You
It's
want
like, well, yeah, because your whole record's on
he's like,
SoundCloud, you fuck.
He's like, "You want to see the
you
Humvee
don't have
I'm
any
getting?" I'm
fucking
like,
money.
"Yeah, sure." And he pulls up a rap video, hits play, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like,
I still like his windshield banner.
"Yeah," because they wouldn't let me buy a tank.
The funny thing is he'd actually know how to drive it.
Yeah, he's the only one on all of us that knows how to drive a tank.
I could maybe figure out how to turn it on. Then I'd be like,
I could drive it.
I don't know what it does after this.
I just can't be responsible
I may be
for
able to
anything.
get into it. It's a big maybe.
I just can't be
Nobody ever
responsible
needs to
for
let me
anything I
own
hit.
anything that runs on a jet. That just needs to. I don't need to own anything turbine powered.
Yeah, you do.
Have y'all been out to that drive tanks?
Mm-mm.
Fucking, I don't have that kind of money. It's the same reason I go to church. Shit's way too expensive.
I'm not going to get forgiven anyway. So.
Yeah, fucking going around and be like, put money in the plate, bitch. Can I make change?
Right?
Fucking, let's see
They
some
give us a
hundies
jazz
in
that
there.
comes
I
back
got this-
empty.
I can get this kind of capital.
You said it was for people who needed money.
Right? Is this like take a penny, leave a penny? It's like- if you got a little extra, throw it in there. If not,
you see
get
him
yourself
at
some
the
lunch.
You see him at the Stripes too, like, shoop. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm 6 cents richer, bitches.
Fucking, it's like those Ronald McDonald House things at McDonald's. I'm ordering off the dollar menu. What makes you think I got extra money for Ronald? Your multi-cajillion-dollar company. You need my money for your charity?
Yeah, it's a real estate company that sells fast food.
Yeah, come on now.
So
Yeah.
Ray was actually supposed to come up with us today too.
What happened?
He had to go to Corpus Christi because the children's hospital over there, they wanted to do a early Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So because of his organization, he went over there and
Yeah.
you haven't met Ray yet.
No, but it sounds like he's off doing the Lord's work. So
He
he's just
is.
taking Mikey's spot for
So
storytelling.
so
Gotcha.
Ray
Puts Mike to shame sometimes.
Ray runs an organization called Smiles from Heaven, which is it helps
All right, so I already don't like Ray.
families fighting childhood cancer.
So I really don't like Ray. Because I'm over here like, fuck your kids. I don't give a fuck about your kids. He's all like, I care about everybody's kids.
Him and his wife, they lost their child 2 years ago. Their daughter 2 years ago to cancer. So in Laredo, there's nothing for kids with cancer. So what they've been doing is they raise money and they they rent cars, they get lodging and that for people to go out of town. So they go to Corpus.
So that's what
Houston.
the Ronald McDonald House is supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be able to like house and transport families and stuff.
Yep.
So like you'll have like the Scottish Rite hospitals, which are or like the Shriners
Yeah, the
Hospital for
Shriners,
children and
yep.
stuff. They never charge their patients.
Yeah.
Ever. Like nobody that's ever gone through one of those hospitals has ever paid a single bill.
Yep.
But a lot of times it's like, yeah, we can treat you, but you have to get here.
Yeah.
Like you have to, it's just like when the family's still stuck with the whole like, well, fuck, like
Yeah.
how am I supposed to take time off of work and where are we supposed to
Right.
stay and like how are we supposed to do all of this?
And that's
They
where
help fill in that gap.
that's where Ray comes in, his organization, and they're actually trying to push to get something in Laredo. So we can
like a
you know,
medical facility.
like a medical facility. We have cancer centers for adults, but they won't treat children. So our children have to go to Houston, Corpus, San Antonio, and some of the families that
Boy, that's a
with
chunk of cash.
all the money they have to spend on medical bills. Some of them don't have cars that'll make it to Corpus Christi, and then have to pay for a hotel and all that stuff alongside all the bills.
See, this is
So-
where the cartels down there could completely change their public image.
Right?
They could be like,
You
yeah,
got to capitalize on something.
we bring a lot of drugs in, but we're also helping all the sick kids.
Yeah.
Like,
which
so-
they would do more than the politicians, I'm sure.
Well, straight up, if I had to pick an organization that was going to get more done in a short period of time, I'd
I'd
probably
go
call
with
a
the
drug cartel before I'm calling the fucking government.
Definitely.
Like, I'm trying to get a government job right now. It's been like a fucking 8-week process. Like,
How do we get? Never mind.
let's not ask that question.
Nope.
I don't need to know.
No, I don't. No.
Nope. I don't need to know.
No.
Those are not the friends I need. I have enough shitbag friends. I don't need like international felon kind of friends. Like that's a
You have domestic felons.
yeah, that's fine.
He knew it. He knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Speaking
Yeah.
of,
He's not.
he's not a felon anymore.
that's right.
So
he was
prior
pardoned.
felon.
He was
Our
he was
good
gonna.
buddy Gary.
I was messaging with him. He was gonna try to make it today, but I know he's busy and he's still recovering. And
Yeah.
So speaking of which,
Yeah. Let's go recover.
let's go recover. So like, share, subscribe. all those beautiful buttons that are out there. You got a website yet, bud?
Not yet. G14. We don't have a website, but we're on social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook.
So it's G14 Classified. It's the whole name, right?
G14 Classified Armory.
Okay.
Okay.
So go find them on all the social medias if you need to. If you've really been itching to get that My Little Pony gun done, my guy down here can make it happen.
Yeah, come check us out.
That shit would be wild.
My Little Pony gun.
Yeah.
I wanted. So I have a.
You can talk about the unicorn rifle. Everybody's seen the unicorn rifle.
That shit is
Oh, my
crazy.
snowflake lower.
Well, you have the lower.
I
But
have a snowflake lower.
I'm talking
but
about
no,
that
I don't
one
wanna
that was
do
actually running around.
I don't want to do the unicorn.
Please.
I need to do snow camo camouflage.
I got a pattern.
I know, but I'm going to do snow camo camouflage on my unicorn lower or on my snowflake lower.
Nice.
Jeez, we got aggressive and somehow broke the lid.
Yeah,
on
holy
the
crap!
ice bucket.
If anybody out there is feeling like they need to send a gift to the Freedom Friends,
could
we need
use
an ice bucket.
I need to stop sending gag gifts.
Fucking ice.
Fucking ice bucket.
I didn't know a $12 ice bucket was what the gap was at the show.
That's it. It's just holding this whole bitch up. We could be global right now, but a
If it wasn't for an
goddamn ice bucket.
Y'all could be worldwide if it wasn't for that fucking ice bucket.
We are worldwide. We need to do the country count again on every player we've been.
Yeah,
You
we're
could
up
be-
to like
We
You
were
can
up
be-
to like 23 or
Yeah.
something at one point.
You could be clapping alien cheeks if you had a better ice bucket.
Don't tempt me, dude. I'm gonna buy the nicest ice bucket I can find.
fucking seriously.
Fucking clapping alien
I'm
cheeks.
gonna get on Affirm. I'm gonna finance that bitch.
Nobody throws neck like an ET looking bitch.
Seriously, whatever happened to all that? Where's the fucking aliens?
Dude, they were supposed to release all that shit. You know they did. It's probably out there. It's just they throw a bunch of other shit out
Yeah,
there so
they
they
were
weren't
like-
paying
They,
attention.
they wait till other shit goes wrong and then, oh, hey, by the way, guys,
the 17-year-old kid kills 3 people.
Yeah.
and there's aliens.
By the way, we now have an embassy next to the UN with all the aliens from Canada. It's great. What the fuck?
It's up in Canada. That's
Where
why we
else would
never
you
heard
put
about it.
Where else would you put it?
That's why we never heard about it.
You wouldn't put it anywhere else. It'd be Canada
That's
because
like-
Canada would be like, oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Rich High might have seen it.
There's certain days I think Rich High might be an alien.
I had messaged him a few months back when we had the influx of people at the border. I was like, "Hey, you want to switch borders?" And then he
Rich
started
is
going.
single-handedly holding down that entire stretch.
Yeah.
He started going through that shit with that lady that was
The
running
mayor?
for Buffalo
Oh, yeah, that's
mayor, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll stay down here."
That was great.
So, anyways, like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe.
your
Go
mom.
find G14 Classified. Help these guys out.
Absolutely. Veteran owned and operated.
There
Come
you
check
go.
us out.
That's why you gotta. That way, if you send them some raunchy ass pattern, they're gonna be like, "No, I get it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we'll
we
do
got
this.
it.
No
Don't even
problem.
worry about it."
If you want a cock on your Glock, look at G14 Classified.
Dude, I
We do it all.
I have a whole
all
pattern.
times.
I literally have a camouflage pattern that's all. It's 6 different shapes of dicks that make up a multicam.
We don't discriminate.
No.
We don't kink shame around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any camo you want, we can do it.
And the
You
black
want-
ones are the biggest ones on it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of a kind.
God damn it! All right. Anyway,
Sorry, sir. You're gonna need a bigger gun.
You're gonna need the biggest gun.
oh shit. Warfightertobacco.com. Use the code FTFO for 15% off. Wellness.us. Freedom Friends 25 for a quarter off your order. Remember to raise your glass and thank those sons of bitches out there that are your freedom friends for being your freedom friends. I love every single fucking one of you. Have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And until next week, remember 3 little things, especially during this holiday season. It's going to keep you from
It'll keep
losing your
you
shit.
sane.
It'll keep you sane. And that's why don't you kick us off there, Big Dick?
I think the first one is drink on.
No.
Now try again.
I'm sorry, smoke on.
There you
There
go,
we go.
Johnny.
Drink on.
And goddamn it, boys,
Freedom the fuck on.
See you guys later.